She wasn't born to fit in. She was born to stand out. Sigma females are often an enigma, captivating those around them with an energy that's impossible to ignore. They don't follow the popular road, and they certainly don't want your fake recognition. There's something magnetic about them, an aura that commands respect without ever needing to ask for it. What makes them so irresistible isn't just their independence or their confidence, but their ability to be completely true to themselves in a world that constantly pushes conformity. Sigma women have this unique quality of being both powerful and unassuming. They don't need your personal opinion to feel complete. Instead, they find strength in their own company. This self-assurance is like a silent force that draws people in without ever being loud or attention-seeking. It's not arrogance, but a quiet confidence that people sense. It's the ability to know their worth and show it through actions, not words. But here's the most remarkable part. Sigma females know they're different, and they embrace it. They don't waste time fitting into roles society expects them to play. They live authentically, unapologetically. If you're curious to learn more about why this quality makes them so irresistible, watch the video. It's time to tap into this powerful, magnetic energy that can transform the way you see the world and yourself. So take that step. Unveil the mystery. Watch the video and discover why Sigma females truly have the most irresistible aura. Let's get started. Number 1. Fearless integrity. A Sigma female doesn't waver when it comes to her principles. While others might bend to fit in, please people, or make things easier, she stands firm. Her values are non-negotiable, and she lives in full alignment with them. She's not swayed by trends, social pressure, or the opinions of others. What she believes in is rooted deep, and she doesn't compromise, even when the world is trying to push her off course. This kind of integrity is rare. In a world where it's easy to make excuses or twist things for personal gain, the Sigma female's unwavering commitment to what's right is what sets her apart. She doesn't give in to shortcuts, manipulation, or anything that doesn't align with her core beliefs. She's the kind of woman who does the right thing, even when nobody's watching. And here's the thing. This fearless commitment to integrity isn't just admirable. It's magnetic. People respect it without her saying a word. There's something deeply powerful about someone who isn't afraid to stand alone in their truth. People can sense it. They know she won't sell herself out. Her integrity is like an invisible shield, making her untouchable, unshakable. It creates an aura of invulnerability because when you're true to yourself, there's nothing anyone can do to break you down. This isn't arrogance, it's quiet strength. It's knowing exactly who you are, what you stand for, and having the courage to live by it, no matter the cost. And that kind of authenticity, it demands respect. So, if you've ever been tempted to compromise your values or adjust who you are to fit in, this video is for you. Fearless integrity is the kind of power that doesn't need to be loud to be felt. When you stand in your truth, the world notices, and more importantly, they respect it. Number 2. She's an energy mirror. She's not here to fix you, chase you, or explain how to treat her. She doesn't beg for effort or teach grown people how to show up. Instead, she mirrors energy, exactly as it's given. You give respect, she gives it right back. You come with games, drama, or half effort. You get silence, no drama, no warning, just nothing. She doesn't believe in forcing connections or trying to save sinking ships. If the vibe's off, she steps back. If the energy's low, she lowers hers to match or walks away completely. Not out of pettiness, but out of self-respect. And that's what messes with people. Because most are used to others trying to fix the disconnect, trying to overcompensate. Not her. She lets people reveal themselves. She watches and she reflects. Nothing more, nothing less. This woman holds up a mirror that makes people confront their own behavior. You feel her pulling away? That's just your energy coming back to you. You feel like she's distant? Maybe you were. The accountability she brings without saying a word is scary and magnetic. She doesn't punish, she doesn't chase, she just adapts. And for those who can't bring consistency, presence, or honesty, they vanish. But for the few who can match her, the ones who bring real energy, real connection, real effort, they're hooked. Because once you experience someone who mirrors your energy with depth and intention, you feel it on a different level. She makes people realize what they're putting out, and whether or not it's worth keeping around. That alone sets her apart. So if you've ever been the one overgiving, over-explaining, or overextending, this video is for you. There's power in meeting people where they're at and letting the energy speak for itself. She doesn't beg. She reflects, and it's chillingly effective. Number 3, magnetic but untouchable. There's a rare kind of energy that the Sigma female carries, one that draws people in without ever needing to try. It's the kind of magnetism that leaves people curious, wanting more, but never feeling like they can quite reach her. She walks that fine line between being approachable and unattainable with such precision that it's almost artful. She doesn't chase attention, yet she effortlessly commands it. She's not the type to be constantly available. You won't find her lingering around, always waiting to be engaged, always on call. She doesn't need to be. She values her time and her space too much to be spread thin for anyone's convenience. But here's the thing. She doesn't come off as cold or unapproachable. Far from it. She's warm, she's open, and when she engages, she does so with full presence. But when she steps back, she remains elusive. And it's this balance, this combination of warmth with a touch of mystery, that makes her irresistible. People are drawn to her, not because she's throwing herself into the spotlight, but because there's something intriguing about her. There's a quiet confidence in the way she holds herself, a peace in her solitude, and a clarity in her boundaries. You never quite know where she stands, and that uncertainty makes her even more fascinating. She's not playing games or trying to make anyone chase her. She simply knows her worth, and because of that, she doesn't feel the need to over-explain herself or force connections. She lets people come to her, on her terms. And when they do, they can't help but be captivated by her mystery, her allure, and the energy she carries. So, if you've ever struggled to find the balance between being approachable and maintaining your own space, this video is for you. Watch how the Sigma female embodies the power of being magnetic while still staying untouchable. There's something magic about the energy she gives off, and you can learn to carry it too. Number 4, complex depth of thought. When you engage in a conversation with a Sigma female, it's not just a chat, it's an experience. She has an intellectual depth that leaves you thinking long after the conversation ends. You'll never find her offering shallow small talk or recycled opinions. Instead, she speaks with layers of thought that make every interaction feel like an intellectual challenge. And not the kind that leaves you frustrated. Rather, it's the kind that stimulates you, forces you to think differently, and makes you realize how much you don't know. Her mind operates on a deeper level than most are used to. Where others might settle for surface-level understanding, she's dissecting the layers beneath it. Her thoughts often veer into the abstract, exploring ideas that are complex, nuanced, and unexpected. You won't find her giving you a simple answer. Instead, she'll offer perspectives that make you stop and reflect on your own assumptions. And here's the thing. She doesn't need to prove her intelligence to anyone. It's just a natural part of who she is. She's not trying to impress you with big words or complicated theories. Her intellect isn't for show, it's simply the way she sees the world. Conversations with her feel like peeling back layers of a fascinating puzzle, where each answer opens up more questions and each idea leads to deeper understanding. This complexity doesn't make her hard to connect with, it makes her fascinating. When someone thinks this deeply, it adds layers to their character, making them more compelling and multidimensional. You can't easily figure her out, and that's part of the allure. She's not looking to be understood in the traditional sense. She's challenging you to think, to grow, and to expand your mind. So if you've ever been tired of conversations that go nowhere or feel too predictable, this video is for you. Watch how the Sigma female's intellectual complexity can turn every conversation into an opportunity for growth. You'll never see the world the same way again. Number 5. Nonchalant in social settings. The Sigma female doesn't need to yell to be heard. She doesn't need to dominate the conversation or wear the flashiest outfit to stand out. She can walk into a crowded room and without uttering a single word command attention. It's not because she's trying, it's because her presence speaks volumes. She doesn't need to chase the spotlight. The spotlight naturally follows her. Her secret? It's her effortless nonchalance. While everyone else is frantically trying to fit in, impress, or prove their worth, she's calm, collected, and completely unfazed. She doesn't get caught up in the chaos of social expectations or the need to perform. She's just there, fully in the moment, at ease with herself, and unbothered by what's going on around her. And that kind of energy? It's magnetic. People can't help but be drawn to someone who is so comfortable in their own skin that they don't need validation or external noise to feel important. She's not trying to stand out, she just does. Her quiet confidence makes it clear that she doesn't need to compete with anyone. She's already got everything she needs internally. It's not about being cold or distant, it's about remaining true to herself regardless of the external noise. While others are looking for approval or worrying about what people think, she's focused on what matters, her own peace, her own vibe, and that's what sets her apart. If you've ever felt like you had to shout to be noticed or bend yourself out of shape to fit in, this video is for you. True power doesn't need to make noise. It doesn't need to beg for attention. When you're comfortable in your own skin, the world can't help but notice. So, sit back, relax, and watch how nonchalance can make you the most captivating person in any room. Number 6. She's the unrehearsed version of confidence. She doesn't need to hype herself up. She's not repeating affirmations in the mirror just to get through the day. She's not faking it till she makes it, because she already knows who she is. Her confidence isn't loud, rehearsed, or for show. It's quiet, natural, and real, and that's what makes it so powerful. While other people are curating confidence, perfecting their walk, their tone, their image, she's just being. No performance, no ego, just a grounded, effortless certainty that follows her everywhere she goes. She's not trying to impress anyone, and somehow everyone's impressed. Why? Because her confidence isn't built on praise, popularity, or approval. It's built on truth, on knowing what she stands for, on knowing what she brings to the table, even if nobody claps for it. She's the kind of woman who doesn't need to take up space to be seen. You notice her not because she demands your attention, but because her energy commands it. She walks in a room and doesn't compete, and still she dominates. She's not loud, but she's clear. Clear about her worth, clear about her values, clear about what she's not willing to tolerate. And that clarity is what makes people stop, stare, and take her seriously, without her ever needing to raise her voice. What's wild is that she doesn't even think of herself as confident. She's just living in alignment with who she is. And that realness, that raw, unrehearsed self-assurance, it hits different. So if you've ever felt like you had to fake confidence just to be taken seriously, this video is your reminder. True power doesn't perform, it just is. You don't have to prove yourself when you already know who you are. Watch the video and feel the difference between practiced confidence and the kind that's built from the inside out. Number 7. She breaks archetypes. She doesn't fit into any box, and she doesn't care to. You look at her and try to label her. Is she sweet or savage? Is she soft or strong? Is she introverted or just private? And just when you think you've figured her out, she shows another side that doesn't match the image you had in your head. That's the Sigma female. She's the glitch in the system, the contradiction that doesn't compute, and that's exactly what makes her so fascinating. She's feminine, but she's not performing for the male gaze. She's not dressing up vulnerability to be seen as lovable, nor is she using strength as a weapon. Her femininity is hers, unapologetic, unfiltered, quietly powerful. She's strong, but not in the loud, in-your-face way that people expect. Her strength isn't about dominance, it's about discipline. She can lead without controlling. She can walk away without making a scene. That kind of strength is rare, and people don't know what to do with it. She's soft, but never weak. She feels things deeply, but she won't let emotions drown her. She's capable of love, empathy, and connection, but she'll cut ties the moment respect is lost. That balance of heart and backbone, it's what makes her unforgettable. And what really drives people crazy, in the best way, is that she doesn't need to explain any of it. She just is. She moves through life with this layered, unpredictable energy that challenges everything people assume about women. And because they can't quite figure her out, they keep watching, wondering, needing to understand. She doesn't break the rules to rebel. She breaks them simply by existing as her full self, without apology. So if you've ever felt like you're too much of everything, or not enough of what people expect, watch this video. Because maybe you're not broken. Maybe like her, you were never meant to fit the mold. You were meant to redefine it. Number 8. She turns down invitations like royalty. There's something about the way she says no that hits different. She doesn't need excuses. She doesn't fumble for reasons. She simply declines, with calm, with confidence, and with a presence that makes you feel like her time is something sacred. And the crazy part? It doesn't come off as rude, it comes off as powerful. She's not the type to show up just to be seen. If she's not feeling it, she's not going. No guilt, no second guessing. She protects her energy like it's gold, and honestly, it is. She doesn't go where she's not fully aligned, and that kind of self-control, people feel it. It sets her apart. While others are afraid of missing out or burning bridges, she's cool with letting go of what doesn't serve her. She knows that not every table deserves her presence. And when she declines an invite, it's not with ego, it's with intention. She's not saying no to you. She's saying yes to her peace. But here's the twist. The more she turns things down, the more people want her around. Why? Because she's not available to just anyone, anytime. She's selective, and that makes her irresistible. People start to wonder what she's doing, where she is, what's more important than them. Her absence carries more weight than most people's presence. She moves like royalty, not above anyone, but deeply aware of her worth. And that energy makes people crave her attention, even if they never admit it. So if you've ever felt bad for saying no or pressured to show up just to keep others happy, watch this video. There's power in your no, and this woman embodies it. She doesn't chase moments, she creates them. And if you ever get an invite from her, just know, it wasn't random, it was rare. Number 9. She doesn't need to be liked to be respected. There's something different about a woman who isn't trying to win anyone over. She's not smiling to make you comfortable. She's not watering herself down so people feel less intimidated. And she's definitely not bending over backwards to make sure everyone likes her. Why? Because being liked has never been her goal. She's after something deeper. Self-respect, peace of mind, and staying true to who she is, even if that makes other people uncomfortable. The Sigma female will let you judge her, misread her, even talk about her, and you know what? She won't flinch, because her peace matters more than your opinion. She doesn't chase approval, and that's exactly what makes her so powerful. In a world where most people are desperate to fit in, she's walking her own path, unbothered and unmoved. And whether people admire her or misunderstand her, she stays grounded in who she is. That level of self-prioritization, it drives people crazy, in the best way. It's frustrating to those who want her to need them, and addictive to those who crave authenticity. What's wild is that the less she tries to be liked, the more people respect her. Not because she demands it, but because she carries herself like someone who doesn't need anything from you. And that kind of energy can't be faked. She doesn't force connections. She doesn't explain her silence. If you get her, great. If you don't, she'll keep it moving, gracefully and without a second thought. So if you've ever felt like you're too much for some people and not enough for others, take notes. Watch the video. Because there's something rare and powerful about a woman who's not performing for the crowd. She respects herself so deeply that others have no choice but to follow her lead or fall behind. And that's not just confidence, that's freedom. Number 10. She's more dangerous than loud women. She doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't throw shade or cause scenes. She's not storming out of rooms or posting cryptic messages online. In fact, she's usually the calmest person there, collected, quiet, in full control. But make no mistake, she's not soft. She's dangerous in a way that loud people could never be. Her power doesn't come from noise, it comes from stillness, from restraint, from the kind of confidence that doesn't need to shout to be felt. And that's exactly why she's intimidating. People sense it before they even understand it. There's something about her presence that demands caution and respect. She's not the type to argue when disrespected. She'll just cut you off and never look back. She doesn't threaten, she decides. And that unpredictability, that calm, quiet capability, that's what makes her more powerful than any loud voice in the room. There's something about knowing she could ruin you, could expose you, could flip the script, but she chooses not to. That's real control. That's what makes people stop and stare, not because she's performing, but because they can feel her strength, even when she's silent. She's the type of woman who makes people check themselves, watch their tone, watch their energy. She doesn't have to say, "Don't play with me." It's already understood. And the craziest part? She's not trying to be scary. She just is, because she knows what she brings to the table and doesn't flinch when people can't handle it. So if you've ever been the quiet one, the one people underestimate until they push too far, this video is your reminder. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need to prove your strength. If you've got it, they'll feel it. And they do. Every time you walk into the room, watch the video and watch them try to figure you out. Number 11. Her boundaries are brick walls, not velvet ropes. When it comes to Sigma females, there's no guessing where you stand. She doesn't deal in half-truths, mixed signals, or passive-aggressive maybes. Her boundaries aren't soft suggestions dressed up in polite smiles. They're solid, unshakable, and crystal clear. You either have access to her world or you don't. There's no in-between. And honestly, that kind of clarity is rare. In a world where people breadcrumb each other for attention, keep things vague to maintain control, and avoid real confrontation, she's a whole different vibe. She's not cold, but she is firm. Her no means no. Her silence means she's done. And if she lets you in, that trust wasn't handed to you. It was earned. What makes her different is that her boundaries aren't walls to punish others. They're protection for her peace. She's not building walls out of fear. She's building structure out of self-respect. That energy hits different. It makes people sit up straighter, respect her quicker, even admire her from a distance. And let's be honest, that kind of unapologetic boundary setting is powerful as hell. It sends a message without saying a word. She doesn't chase, she doesn't explain, and she doesn't shrink herself to keep the peace. She is the peace. Most people won't admit it, but that level of self-respect is attractive. It's magnetic. Because deep down, everyone wants to be that solid within themselves. Most just don't have the guts to be that clear. She does. So if you've ever felt like you give too many chances, explain yourself too much, or let people in too fast, watch this video. Learn from the woman who doesn't apologize for protecting her space. She's not mean. She's just mastered the art of being unavailable to the wrong energy. And in today's world, that's not just powerful, it's irresistible. Conclusion. Why Sigma females have the most irresistible aura. At the end of the day, it's not about flashy looks or constant attention. What makes a Sigma female's aura so irresistible is the authenticity she carries with her at all times. She doesn't chase validation, fit into molds, or seek approval from anyone. She simply is who she is. And that kind of unapologetic confidence is magnetic. It's her deep-rooted sense of self, her quiet strength, and the way she moves through the world with unwavering purpose. She doesn't need to explain herself or justify her choices, and that powerful, grounded energy is what draws people in. It's the rare combination of mystery and clarity, independence and connection, that makes her presence feel electric. If you've ever found yourself wondering how to cultivate your own irresistible aura, remember this. It's not about trying to be someone you're not. It's about embracing who you truly are, owning your worth, and standing tall in your individuality. Sigma females don't chase after anything. They simply trust that what is meant for them will come. And when you live with that level of conviction, the world will notice. So, take a page from their book. Let go of the need for external validation. Focus on cultivating your own confidence, integrity, and freedom. When you live authentically, with no fear of judgment or rejection, your aura becomes impossible to resist. The Sigma female's power doesn't lie in perfection. It lies in her ability to be perfectly herself. And once you start doing the same, you'll find that your aura, too, becomes something truly magnetic. Keep growing, keep evolving, and remember, Your true self is your most irresistible trait.